We're live, Tao. This is the greatest travel podcast in the universe, possibly. We're here with Tao. He's kind of like Ronaldo, like old Ronaldo, you just say, or Madonna, you just say Tao. I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. How do you pronounce it?
That's not even my whole first name, but yeah, everybody. I don't really have to give a last name, you know?
Yeah, you're like Madonna, Tao, or Ronaldo. I love that.
Yes,
and you're born and raised in Phoenix, yeah?
I was born in Houston. I've been here since I was 2, so I'm pretty much Phoenician.
Yeah.
You know? No one can test that. So.
Yeah, and I've got Tao on because we're talking the best restaurants in Scottsdale and Phoenix. We might lean a touch Scottsdale because obviously people come from out of town, visit Scottsdale essentially the most, but we want to go all over Phoenix so you can explore some of the incredible culinary delights. Tao, you're kind of like if there was an argument for the mayor of Old Town.
Oh, well, I don't know if I would be.
I think you would be there, right? Like you're an OG at least.
I mean, I'd get a few votes. I'd be like Kanye for the presidency, you know?
Yeah, I think you're selling yourself short. I can't think of many people I'd put but yeah, I think you're right up there. You're a breadth of knowledge for this topic and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tao, Venetian, he also owns a business that helps people vacation in Scottsdale. Do you want to shout that out real quick?
Yes, Side Door Experience. I basically give tours of the night scene. Like, if you're not just trying to be stuck in one place, I can take you to all the places. So,
yeah,
they come with different packages. You can do it with or without drinks. That way, we show up and we're already ready to go. That people know what we're expecting. I book tables too for a fee. So,
yeah. So if you want a little VIP Scottsdale experience, Tao's you got to go to. I'll put a little link in the bio of this podcast. But like I was saying, we're going for the best restaurants in Phoenix and Scottsdale. And we're going to tossing out some of the basic shit. So we're like Steak 44, everyone knows. Mastro's, everyone knows. Where else is kind of a basic thing that we don't need to talk about?
I think that Toka has reached that status. We don't, you're going to stop by at some point.
Yeah.
What's the others?
I don't like Toka's food. I love Toka. I love going to Toka Madera.
Yeah, I think everybody's in agreement about that, but that ambiance is just it's a good time for sure.
I think for nightlife, for like drinks, I go there, but like for food, I'm just like, I don't know, it's not it for me anyways.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying $27 for 3 street tacos, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else before we start that's like Steak 44, Mastro's that we can kind of throw out?
What's right by Culinary Dropout? That's a pretty popular spot.
Starts with an M. Maple Nash.
Maple Nash is good too.
Yeah, Maple Nash. And then also Sumo Maya is another kind of basic, tried and true place. Cool little spot, but we don't need to talk about it. We're diving deeper than that.
Yeah.
All right, so how we're going to do this, we're going to do a draft, and maybe we'll rate the draft after it. And Tao didn't know this, but I'm going to throw this wrinkle at you that maybe also say like a dish. So not only the place, but like, hey, this is the place, and here's the dish that you must try when you're there. Or just everything. If you don't have a single dish.
Let's do it. I can do a few of those.
All right, with the first overall pick in the best restaurants in Phoenix draft, Tao selects.
I select Kala Scottsdale.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's just a gorgeous place, great ambiance. It's approaching Toca Madera level. The food is definitely better. Beautiful people. It's up tempo, good energy late night.
Yeah.
Their brunch is amazing. It's got the both indoor and the outdoor, which is what a place like Toca or a city hall doesn't have. So good by day, good by night. Yeah.
All right. And you're putting that for all of Phoenix, or that much more you lean in Scottsdale based?
That would be for Scottsdale. I have another on my list that is really good in Phoenix, like right in the heart of Phoenix.
Yeah, and I would agree for ambiance. Maybe not the food's solid, but I think for ambiance, if you want like a Scottsdale, that'd be kind of a go-to nice spot.
Yeah, and it's walking distance from all the action too. So it's just another. If you're planning a trip to Scottsdale, you definitely need to start your night there or end your night there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm coming across the top. I'm going I don't mean to cheat, but they're all, as you know, they're all kind of the same restaurant. But I'm doing the breakfast. What's the pork called? You'll know what I'm thinking about here. But it's the Rokery slash
Man, you got
Richardson's.
me. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
no. That's good. That's good. That's good.
yeah.
You have to.
Slash Rosie's.
If you're not from here, you have to know that has been there since the '80s.
Yeah.
Uh, I believe so. Like 1989. It's been family run, and they do like the food is amazing, man.
Oh my
And
god.
you can order off the menu. They'll make you anything you want.
Yeah. And what's the like? It's like the slow roasted marinated pork dish that's spicy.
Man, they have so many different dishes, and it's so seasonal too. Um, my,
What's I gotta find it now. I
yeah,
should.
you gotta look that up. In the
Um,
meantime, I'll let you know that their sea bass is out of this world.
really?
Yeah, and it's just like a fat chunk. It's like every day they're about to throw it away if they don't get rid of it, right? So they give it all to you. It's the whole
Wow.
day.
Um, so the word I was looking for was, I always say it incorrectly. But the carne adobada with
Autobata.
eggs.
I don't honestly know what that word means, but yes, it is fire.
Yeah, I think it's just smoked, slow roasted pork.
And I think you should explain to the people that if you're not a heat person, that grit you have to how you
Yeah,
put like a half and half or a red and a green sauce. They're both hot.
yeah,
Sometimes you just don't get either of them.
yeah,
So,
yeah. And the carne adobada with eggs, and they give you tortillas. And I'm not like a tortilla person; I don't really care. But for some reason, their tortillas are the greatest thing I've ever
oh
had.
yeah, they throw a tortilla. I think they're handmade. I would assume they are.
Yeah, they're so
That's
good, and
kind
they're
of
also,
good stuff.
yeah, they're flour as well. I don't like corn tortillas, so they're like flour tortillas are really good. And
Yeah.
so yeah, there's the Rokery,
Well, shit, let me
Richardson's,
off my list.
Rosie's, and Dick's Hideaway. So Dick's Hideaway was the
That's breakfast.
Richardson's was first. Yeah, Dick's
Where's
Hideaway.
I haven't heard of Rosie's. Did that just open?
So it's like their secret bar that you go through the kitchen of Richardson's to get to.
Okay. Well, actually, I might have seen a sign for it. I think they put a sign up right by
Yeah,
Valet, and I
yeah,
was
it
wondering
is.
about that. But I like their little wine cellar down the steps too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a cool little wine cellar.
You know,
All right. So yeah, Richardson's, Dick's Hideaway, all the same kind of restaurant. Rosie's, Rokery, you can get basically the same stuff. You have to
it's
try it.
fire. It's fun. You have to do it. You have to
Yeah,
do it. And in that area, things are a little more spread out. You are gonna need to cab it, but there's so many things to do. If you want to have a day of like day drinking, perfect
yeah,
area, man.
definitely. All right, you're up. Pick number three.
All right, I'm up, and I put. You know what I put for number two? It's fairly new. It's called Bacanora. It's downtown.
Oh,
It's south. I want to say it's a bit west of Roosevelt Road.
I think it's south. It's just like
Yeah,
a block south.
Bacanora's fire. It's hard. It's just impossible. It's so tiny. It's impossible to get in there. But if you do, you have to try like everything, and it's gonna run you. But it's definitely
Yeah,
worth it. They got that plate. I wasn't prepared, so I don't have the names of the plates. But you know that big piece of meat, and they just like, yeah, it's like the cow hip. It's like, oh,
the
it's so much stuff. So,
it's like a tomahawk, right?
is it a tomahawk? It might be like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like
Is there
some sort of
something?
tomahawky. Yeah,
It's a lot of food.
yeah,
It's a
and it's
lot.
pretty inexpensive, right? Like that tomahawk or whatever it is, isn't like
It's like, yeah, it is expensive. The place is expensive, but the
really
food,
like. All right.
the food and the experience is definitely worth it.
Mhm.
Um, and that little street there it screams. It's got its own little vibe. It's unique in all of Phoenix.
Yeah,
It's the way they dressed it up and brought it back to life. Because I remember when you didn't want to be down there.
yeah. Downtown Phoenix is like the biggest come up of anywhere. I love it down
Yeah,
there.
yeah. 10 years ago, it was just parking. That's it.
Yeah,
There was nothing
and
else.
now you've got incredible restaurants, bars. It's so much very artsy, cool little spot to go down. And drinks are still regular priced, not like Old Town.
It's not like Old Town, but the food is
Yeah,
like Old Town. So
yeah,
you get that tomahawk. It's a
hmm
tomahawk and two drinks, and you're already
yeah. It's a
you're
good. At
already
least it's good though.
you're up there, yeah. And
And
then,
then
being so far from everything, you're probably looking at a $30-$40 cab ride home. So um, it'd be good to just like plan a whole night. They do some good stuff in downtown now. They
oh
have these
yeah,
little warehouses that they turn into like little raves.
hmm
It's good
yeah.
down there.
Yeah, and speaking of the Rays, Tal and I are going to do a best bars in Phoenix podcast at some point, so we'll tease that a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
And then Bacanora, it's I went. Like, it takes reservations for 2 or 3 months out, but they're booked like 2 or 3 months out. So,
Well,
like you said,
honestly, I don't do that. I don't because I'll forget.
mm-hmm,
So thankfully, I was talking to some friends, and Phoenix is much like their scene is much like ours in Scottsdale. Everybody knows one another. So I was
mm-hmm.
talking to one of my brother's friends, and he just knew the right people, and I got in. We squeezed in, and it definitely, if you can use a calendar, which I don't do that,
Yeah,
and you can remember, definitely book that now
yeah.
for the fall.
And then I've heard you can like do a walk in as well, and maybe get lucky. So like you walk in, they allow a few of those a day, but that's
Yeah, I
tough.
mean, I would suggest that like try Tuesday or Wednesday night
Yeah,
if they're even open. Here, let's get some more info on this.
yeah. Well, you
Fucking
look at that. I'm gonna go with my pick.
go for it.
Um, the prime rib at Chelsea's Kitchen.
The prime rib at Chelsea's Kitchen.
Yeah,
The throwback. I haven't been to Chelsea's in quite some time.
really. I go there once a month, I would say.
No.
I think you're thinking their seafood place because there is two of those.
Okay. Mhm.
What's that? It's like great. Their seafood restaurant is great as well. But they just opened one in North Scottsdale, the seafood version.
Is that I don't know. I don't know what's under their umbrella. Are we talking about the one right here on 44th Street in Camelback?
It sounds about right. Yeah.
The Oyster Bar?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it called? I don't even know my own area.
I know we're doing the worst at this right now. We could do a lot better.
Just write them down.
I always
Um,
forget the name of this place, and I always go. Like I go with Buck and Ryder.
Buck and Ryder, yeah. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
there was two of them, but that place is if you go on the weekend, it's like a night scene. It gets
Yeah.
packed in there. It's dope.
Yeah.
I like that place a lot.
Yeah, so Buck and Ryder, I think you can. I would almost have that as my own thing, but Buck and Ryder, like the oysters at Buck and Ryder, I think they have 8 different around the
Yeah,
country that
yeah.
you kind of pick. You can pick like one's from Canada, one's from the West Coast, one's from the East Coast.
It's a good place. You know what
Mhm.
the secret menu item is? I mean, it's on the menu, but no one would ever touch it.
Mhm.
You got to try their fried rice.
Ooh,
It's good, and it's a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
take some home.
definitely,
All right. Well, back on me.
yeah.
Oh, real quick. Bacanora is closed Sunday, Monday. So yes, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's where you want to try to get in if you're doing a walk-in.
All right, all right.
There's a spot on 16th Street right across from Rokery and Richardson's, and it's called George Yang. And George Yang is I know that Chinese food is very generational. I feel like now, like younger people
Mm-hmm.
don't like it as much as somebody my age. But
Yeah,
George Yang is doing Chinese some justice. It's good stuff over there.
really.
And my dish there is there's a dish that's just all vegetables. It's mushroom and bok choy. It
Hmm,
comes got a little sauce on there. I don't even know what the sauce is called, but it's fire.
really.
And I eat a lot of meat, but sometimes the veggies are just better.
Yeah,
And there it is,
interesting. Wow.
George Yang, 16th Street and Rose, maybe just south of Rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go down to like Gilbert Chandler.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, and Fire and Brimstone, which is inside of Bar None. Have you been to Bar None?
No.
So Bar None is like a co-op where they've got multiple restaurants and bars and under one roof, and they've got a farm. So up
Okay.
back is like a full farm, which they sell farmers market stuff. Then there's a brewery in there, a winery in there, and a couple of restaurants. But there's one restaurant, Fire and Brimstone, is a pizza place. And they've got
I've
a
heard of this place, but I just haven't.
yeah,
It's hard to get out there, man,
it is. Yeah.
and it's even harder to get back.
Exactly. And the only reason I went is because they have something that I didn't think would be good. So pickles are my favorite food by far. I'm
Oh
like
well, then you'll like this next choice.
yeah, I'm a pickle connoisseur, and I went down there because they have a dill pickle pizza.
Oh,
Eh,
okay. So see, now I gotta try it. There's a
yeah.
spot. I just had a slice over here in Arcadia. It's called It's called Starving Artists. I'm sure you've been by there.
Oh yeah, I haven't been, but I know what you're talking about.
Oso's new spot. But yeah, they do it by the slice late night, and I was like, oh, some. So,
Mm.
but I wouldn't mind bringing a whole pizza home, so I'll try that out.
Yeah, good. And oh my god, it was
I think they don't.
arguably
What did they use? Is it like a ranch, right? It's white.
theirs. I think was maybe like even like a dill pickle ranch or something. I don't
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it was
I
next
tried
level.
it. I tried it in Minnesota for the first time, and
Mhm.
if you like pickles but you're skeptical about it on a pizza, I'm here to reassure
Yeah.
you, it's fire. It
Yeah.
works.
So I loved it. It's one of my favorite pizzas I've ever had.
If you like pickled stuff, or pickles, I should say, there's a place called Shimogamo down in Gilbert Chandler. I think it's Gilbert. And it is Japanese fare. I assume most people go there for sushi, but they have other items, and they do a pickled veggie plate. It's like a charcuterie with their own stuff that they pickle in house.
Oh.
And I thought that was very interesting. That just doing the less cookie cutter stuff. Getting creative with your menu. And
Yeah.
I'm always up for something like that because I eat a lot, 6 meals a day. So
Wow. Was that your pick, or do you had another pick?
that is my pick.
Oh, that is it. And
That
what's
was
it called again?
It's called Shimogamo.
Okay.
Shimogamo sushi and Japanese fare. So
All right. I had an Asian one lined up, but since we just did a few Asian in a row, I'm gonna change it up and go a sandwich at Duck and Decanter.
Oh, Duck and Decanter?
Yeah.
That takes me back to my admin days when I was working in an office building.
Downtown?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were feeding the whole staff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The best
Yeah,
sandwich. Everything's fresh, right? Like even like you can get stuff on pita bread, and the pita bread they get locally. The vegetables.
Crazy. I haven't heard of Duck and Decanter in like 20 plus years. So.
And I always forget the one that's kind of by me on like Camelback and 16th or 18th or something. It's by that Target and Kava.
You can see, yeah, it's over there on 16th.
Yeah,
between 16th and the 51, because you can see the signage as you drive down the 51.
Yeah,
so,
I always forget about it, so I love it there. Also, the hours kind of suck. They close at 4, so like I'm typically in that area after the gym or whatever, and I want a sandwich, and they're closed. But,
oh, awesome! No, that place is fire, and it's a Phoenician staple for sure.
It is, yeah, and they give you free pickles, so you can grab as many as you want.
We back on the pickles, huh?
Yeah, which
like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good stuff.
All
right, back on me.
Yeah.
Since we want to switch it up a little bit, Ranch House Grill, 56th and Thomas. This place is they're doing breakfast. It's just a neighborhood spot, but they're like crushing breakfast. It's nothing frou-frou, nothing fancy. They don't have the DJ. It's not it's like old people in there making real home style food. It's fire.
Wow.
Ranch House Grill, and get the biscuits and gravies. It's like the best one.
Yeah.
That's it's like Southern cooking almost. It's very hearty. It's lots of food that come out.
Okay.
And you got to give it a shot.
Yeah. And then I'm sure you know this place. I've only been once, but I've heard there's like special menu items on certain days. But the best barbecue in town, where would you say it is? Can you suggest?
Little Miss Barbecue.
That's the one.
That's the one.
So Little Miss Barbecue, and they have the best. It's in like a sketchy part of town. There's a lineup out the door.
It's not sketchy anymore. There's a lot of money over there. It's a lot of old money. You talking about Sunny Slope, or are you talking about the one that's over here by the freeway?
The one, down by the airport.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's sketchy. I just like nothing there. Like why?
Yeah.
Like who's coming here? You have to drive a few miles.
Yeah, it's true.
But they put one in Sunny Slope right on 7th Street, I want to say.
Yeah.
Next to like the original Walgreens in the Valley, it looks like. It's just like it's super old over there.
Yeah.
No, I promise you pull up, you're gonna see it's like an old like the Walgreens is like the old signage with where the paint goes through there,
Yeah. And
That's a
then
good.
yeah, I've heard they've got like short rib on certain days, and it's basically like out of the Flintstones, you get a giant crazy piece and some
The
other
thing about
stuff.
that place is don't trust their menu online because they switch shit up. But
Okay.
but they're making the best. Here's the thing about barbecue that a lot of people don't know. Get the turkey breasts. It's not like people mess up turkey breasts on Thanksgiving, but if someone's doing it right, it's really good, and they have the
Hmm.
best. They have the best turkey there. It's fire.
Okay. Good to know.
You know what? If we're talking on the heavy side, there's a place, and I didn't even write this down. I'm gonna throw this out there.
Yeah.
16th Street, over by Rokery again. 16th Street and Bethany Home, right on the corner. It's called Texas Grill. They're
Hmm.
known for their chicken fried steak. They've been around since the 80s, and they have this little like McDonald's style sign up, and it says over 1 million chicken fried steaks served or something. But I wouldn't doubt it. They fry
Wow.
everything in there. It's
Really?
large portions. Yeah, it's again really good home style food.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about. As far like you're probably gonna get a shot of Stoli for $5. It's like we're still in the '90s.
I love
But
it.
the food's good. Yeah, and you can walk. There's so many dive bars over there. That's
Hmm.
the way to do it.
Yeah. Speaking of dive bars, I'm gonna go with the best burger in town.
Oh, I already know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Well, it starts with an H. Am I correct?
Harvey's Weinberger.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the one. People, but so here's the thing about Harvey's is I tell everyone if you go in there and the old white lady that has been there for 20 years, if she's not there, you're not going to get the burger the way I'm trying to sell you on this burger.
I've
So
heard this.
it depends on who's cooking it.
I've heard.
But yeah, like that lady went to school with my mom or something. She's my mom
Oh.
tells stories, so I don't know. She was like always afraid to be like, I don't know. So she would
Hmm.
just make up these and just live off of them,
Yeah.
build on them over the years.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah, they both went to Camelback, which was called East High back in the day.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because I've been in there and like it's always been fire. And then one time it was bad, and then I went back again, and I was like, hey, like I brought some people in. Last time the food wasn't great. Like what happened? And they're like, oh, it depends who's on the grill. Like
it
the
is.
waitress told me that. She
It
was like,
is.
yeah.
But here's what I
So
don't understand: are they really putting wine on the burger? I don't actually sit there and watch it.
I think they infuse it. Yeah, like it's in the meat a little bit. Like probably not a
It's so
lot,
good.
but
It's
yeah.
it's so good.
I
It's
need to
definitely different.
make
It's different than like if you go to the Chuck Box and then what's the other one called? Chuck Box is in Tempe, right? At ASU,
yeah.
and then there's the one that's cat a corner from PC that was also a similar style burger. Oh
Yeah.
shoot, you know what I forgot about? All right,
What's up?
I'm gonna put another pick in here.
Yeah.
What are we on now? We've done
I
1, 2, 3. It doesn't even matter.
I mean,
Um,
whatever.
Bad Jimmy's downtown is out of
Okay.
this world. This guy was I want to say he was sous chef at the renowned pizza place Pizzeria Bianco,
Yeah.
and he studied under this guy, and he went and he opened up his own burger joint, which is like nothing special, but those burgers are special.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's
A
it, and it.
question.
What's
Question
that?
for you. A
Yeah.
question for you because you brought up Pizzeria Bianco. What are your thoughts of Pizzeria Bianco?
It used to be good. You have to go downtown. Don't go to the one in Arcadia.
Okay.
Same reasons.
Yeah.
Um, I think you get a better experience down at the original location as well. It's just you can sit out on the patio, and it's nice to see downtown as you eat.
Hmm.
As far as it was rated at some point #1 in the country,
Yeah.
which is like if you go to Chicago, they probably didn't like to hear that, right? New York probably didn't like
Hmm.
to hear that, but it is good light pizza.
Yeah. I just don't like Neapolitan style pizza. Like I'm not waiting in line.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's long ass waits, like an hour, 2 hour
Yeah.
waits
Oh yeah.
for Neapolitan style pizza. I don't want to call it overrated because I guess like everyone who's a foodie loves it, and he's got a place now out in LA, and it's
Oh,
great and
sure.
blah blah
Okay.
blah.
Yeah,
But
and they opened up something else, like right in and that one's in the ghetto. It's on like Jefferson or Washington in the middle of nowhere.
oh,
I can't remember the name of it, but
gotcha.
You know what I did have written down? Oh, is it your turn?
Yep, my turn. I hope you don't. I'm going I've never really liked sashimi or like raw fish until I'd say the last 2 years.
Okay.
But the sashimi platter and then the oysters on the bread, like the grilled oysters on the bread at Chula Seafood
Ooh, yes, yes.
in like Midtown.
Yeah, no, I love. Oh, right on Central there, right by AJ's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Um, Shula, that family, I respect to them. They got going. They're from San Diego. The dad does the fishing. The kids sell it abroad,
Mhm.
and there's a few Chilas in the valley now,
Yeah,
and it's good quality fish. And they actually sell a lot of their better fish to the high end restaurants, which keeps them in play. So
yeah. And they have this sauce called Wan sauce. It's like the secret,
yeah.
like Asian spicy soy sauce, whatever the heck. It's incredible.
Well, they also have some pretty good swag. Like I one of my favorite hats I got from there, and it was, my girlfriend probably stole it. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it in her place.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick it with sushi then, because I have one on here, Sushi Sen. It's on Indian Bend and Scottsdale Road, right in the thick
Okay.
of things. If you're out, what I like about Sushi Sen is it is family owned by a gentleman from Japan. He's got he put up his little Toyasu Market certificate, which allows him to purchase like right from the market. That's the big market in Tokyo, Japan.
Okay.
Those who don't know, and it just makes him like, in my mind, when I saw it, made it seem like, if you haven't eaten sushi in Japan, it's completely different than America,
Hmm.
and it tastes so much better because they dedicate their lives to like putting a one roll together. So
Yeah.
these guys are all in. That gentleman makes some good stuff, and if I have to pick off any sushi menu, I'm going with the uni.
All
Uh,
right.
sea urchin is good
Yeah.
dessert.
All right. I can't believe I forgot this one. And it's my favorite Italian restaurant in town. It should have been higher up, but it's in like north-ish Scottsdale, like middle Scottsdale, a little hole in the wall in the strip mall. Ristorante Giuseppe. Have you been? You would
Restaurant
never
take
know it's there.
oh right by is it? Did you say North Scottsdale?
Yeah, kind of by Kasai, across the road,
I have
south.
I have not.
Oh my god.
Is that the same as the
No, the one in like
one in
Arcadia is
Richmond?
different. Yeah, different one, and
Yeah.
way better. So
You
there's
do
one
have
that's yeah, there's one that's restaurant Giuseppe restaurant
okay.
in Arcadia. That's not the one I'm talking about. This is Restaurante Giuseppe in a strip mall, and it's family owned and operated. Mom's cooking the meal in the back. Dad is right out of Italy. He's hosting. He sits down. Like you'll go in there. He's having wine with people who are eating. He's chatting everyone up, taking your order.
I love that. Yeah,
But
I love that when the owner is just there, just chilling.
yeah, and
It's,
everyone like knows him, and
it's like Brooklyn,
yeah, it's the best. And then so he's amazing. Once you go in, you'll know exactly who it is. And Pasquale is his name, by the way. But the pasta Giuseppe is like this pasta with every meat in it, like lamb, meatballs, chicken. Oh my god, it's incredible. It's cash only, which, as we know, the best
Oh,
places are always cash only. Oh, and I
yeah.
forgot, you bring your own wine. They've been around so long, they've grandfathered that rule or the law. So you bring
To
your
get
own.
down there this weekend there because
Yeah.
I think about pasta all the time, but it's just so heavy. And
Hmm.
getting older, man, I gotta watch it. So
I feel it.
I'll
So
bet
yeah.
you. I actually know a ton of good Italian joints, but Fat Ox has always
Okay.
been. They've always done it pretty well.
Really?
They have a 25 layer lasagna,
Oh my
and
god.
like, why did you need you? I would have taken 5 layers. You just threw the extra
Yeah.
20 in there. Now I gotta check you out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Um, this one I used to love, but now they've got so many restaurants, it's gone a little bit lower on my list because now the food quality I feel like isn't as good as it used to be. But the chicken and waffles at Lolo's.
Ooh, now it's you know that's another one of those places. When they started expanding, the food kind of took a hit.
Yeah.
That family's from the west side of Phoenix, like uh,
Hmm.
nowadays you would call it the south side, but that's like west side, like
Hmm.
gang territory, west side.
Yeah.
And the original was somebody's house that was they somehow got it was. I don't think it was supposed to be a restaurant. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think that they did it. They went about it the right way. I think it's still house.
Hmm.
And yeah, you go in there, you get that big jar of Kool-Aid, and that was the
Yeah.
thing, man.
And
Beautiful, beautiful.
the
Oh,
vibes are
100%.
immaculate. It's
Oh yeah,
just like,
oh yeah.
it's so cool. Like the one right in Scottsdale, the best hangover meal you'll ever have. And a lot
Yes.
of people don't know, but like you got to take syrup and hot sauce and chicken and the waffle all in one bite. And it's just, you,
You know
you
your
would never
stuff.
know.
Yeah. You do. You do. You have to mix it all together at the
Oh my
table.
God.
Yeah.
So good. And yeah, they got Kool-Aid on tap, R&B music playing, sports on all the TVs.
Oh hell yeah,
It's
hell
the
yeah. Right,
best.
especially right there, like a Saturday, or even like a Friday happy hour. It gets busy in
Yeah,
there, like right for dinner. Yeah, no, it is good. Um, it's a good place. I haven't been there in years, man. Like
I haven't. I go here and there, but yeah, just I went there a couple times. Like the chicken was so dry, I felt like it wasn't the same quality. But then sometimes I go in, it's incredible. So it's just kind of
well,
hit and
here's the
miss.
thing about fried chicken. I mean, if for anybody that cooks, you should know. Fried chicken is very delicate. So
Hmm.
if they have like 300 covers in the course of 4 hours, the chicken's not going to be good today. You got to go
Yeah,
and get it when they're making it from scratch and it hasn't been sitting.
yeah. And they also that guy, shout out to him, who owns it. He also opened up Monroe's, which is by far and wide the best hot chicken sandwich in town, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that that was related. I've
Yeah.
heard of some Rose. I haven't been.
Oh my God, it's
My spice level is about at like a point 0.5 these days, man. I just
yeah.
can't do it like I used to.
You can do they I think they have 5 different levels, so you can get it like none, mild, medium, super
Okay,
hot, and then they
I'm
have
down
like
to
some
try. It
bitch
just
ass
scares
hot
me.
they call it.
It scares me, because that could ruin a whole evening.
Oh yeah, no, it has. I get it. It's so good though. Like I posted about how good it was, and then another fried chicken place followed me on Instagram, and they unfollowed me. I think it was the most petty shit.
Haters, they're
Yeah,
haters.
unfollowed them back.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of spice,
Hmm.
My Lay's right in the heart of Old Town. That's in like Old Town, Scottsdale. On the other
Huh.
side of Indian School, it's right on Main Street. You know where Beverly is? It's kind of up the
Yeah.
street from there. My
Huh.
Lay's does Thai food, and it
Okay.
is exceptional. It's exceptional. Very
Okay.
small place again. They give you that 1 through 5 heat level.
Hmm.
Do not get the 5. Don't do it. Do not
Yeah.
do it. Do not don't. I
All right.
sat there like like you're sweating. Like, why is my body so hot? Right?
Yeah.
It was touching me all
Uh-huh.
over. It was
Yeah.
like it's like I just got into a fight.
How do you
So
compare it to everyone's favorite Thai place, the one in like Great 24th and Thomas?
I haven't been to that spot. It's I think that place is popular because you can go in there and it's Instagrammable and the drinks but you're not getting drinks at this other spot. Is You're just getting really 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 good food.
Yeah. What's the
And,
place
and, and some of
we're
those
thinking
dishes
of?
are authentic. Some of those dishes you may not even want. It's just a little,
Yeah.
a little too tight.
Yeah. The shit. What's it called?
I know
Thai
exactly what you're talking about. That's another place.
Glybon.
Glybon. That's another place that's hard to get a reservation.
Yeah. It's you got to be there waiting and stuff. So
Yeah.
shout out. Glybon is a lot of people's favorite Thai place in the valley. So if you want to try that
Yeah.
out, um, I'm gonna go north and Tonto Bar and Grill up in Cave Creek.
Tonto. Okay.
If you want a little date night, um, they've got like it's
Cape
kind of
Creek. Yeah.
high end meat, southwestern. Like you get a lot of meat stuff there. It's very country because it's up in Cave Creek, which makes it extra cool. Um, and it's right on a golf course. So like I remember I've been there on the patio, and there's string lights, and there's owls and bunnies and some other thing we like turtle. It's just kind of there's a wilderness experience, which was
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, that's
Food's
pretty cool.
great. Patio's great. It's a little bit cooler up there. And then if you want a night out, before Buffalo Chip became the craziest place on earth, I used to go there and then to Buffalo Chip for dessert
Oh,
and
it's
have
right in the
drinks up
same area.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 5-10 minutes away.
I've still never been to Buffalo Chip. I mean, it
Oh my
looks like a
god.
great time. Just like I'm always concerned, like how to get home. So
So I found I have like a driver that's not crazy expensive, and I've just started setting that up. So you have to go. We can
you
talk
have
about it
this.
in the best
Wait, you
bar.
got a personal driver now? No,
What? you like,
we're
you
doing
literally
well.
are
We're doing
you
well.
are a driver. I don't have one. I just use it when I go to. I have a guy.
Oh,
I wish.
gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm a driver. I wish. All
Okay,
right,
so
you're up.
how about this? Let's for people that might be exploring Arizona, not just in Scottsdale all night. Mariposa in Sedona, one of the
Okay.
top rated in the country. It's
Yeah.
it's Mexican fare,
Mhm.
and it's I can't think off the top of my head of what would be a good dish, but that view is amazing. The
Yeah.
Sedona itself is like you look in any direction, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure they have a helipad there.
Hmm.
For what reason, I don't know. Because there are ballers coming through there, but
I think it used to be something else. It used to be like something to do with the city before it
oh,
became a
gotcha.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. A
Mm-hmm.
nice place, and I mean, I would eat food that I didn't even like in Sedona as long as I could enjoy, because you're gonna enjoy yourself out there.
Yeah.
So, but that place
Absolutely.
is considered one of the best restaurants in the world. Uh, top 30 in the world and like top 5 in the country.
Yeah, I think her name is Lisa Dahl. She's the owner chef. So yeah, she's supposed to be an incredible chef overall.
Good
Um,
stuff.
and I've got some other Sedona ones. We'll save it for some other time. But go to inspiretravelite.com for the best restaurants in Sedona. That's a good. I wish I had the name right off the top of my. What's the Mexican spot? Oh my god, it's so good. I think it's the best Mexican place in Arizona.
Is it in Sedona? Is it drive-through
Yeah.
Mexican? Oh,
No,
you're
it's
gonna yes. Text me that later. I'm
yeah,
not
it's
sure.
incredible. So but yeah, so I'm gonna go do something which I'm sure you will love. I don't know if I'm sure you've been there, maybe you haven't. But the Mekong Plaza
Oh
and
yeah,
Food Hall in Mesa,
yeah.
I think
That's,
it's the
that's something. They don't what do they call it? Asia Town now. Like
yeah,
yeah, they don't want to single anybody out,
yeah,
so they just call it Asia Town. But yeah, no, there's a lot of those spots there.
yeah.
What's the
It's
place now? What's the place?
there's the hot pot spot, which is what's it called? Well, there's the dumplings. So Happy Bow's dumplings are like supposed to be the best dumplings in all of Arizona. And then there's like a hot pot place. I forget the name. It's escaping me. But there's also ramen, pho, Chinese, Filipino, everything.
I love it down
So,
there.
and
Love
it's
it
just
down
an authentic experience because there's like a full on market and everything there.
there. Yeah,
It's
that
a
H
cool.
Mart's right across the way. I was just down there last night actually.
Oh
I go
yeah,
down there and
nice.
get little sweet treats,
Mm-hmm.
or you know whatever I see. I experiment. If I'm experimenting, I go to H Mart.
All right, I like it.
Um, so I don't know if how much longer we want to go, but
Yeah.
I did want to shout out, and I actually wrote this down. The Costco food court. It's
Okay.
just highly slept on. I read I read an article about a guy who was like, "Can I eat a hot dog and a drink from Costco 3 times a day for a month?" And he pulled it
Yeah.
off, and it's $1.50. You know how
Yeah.
much money he saved, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and why would you say no to a good pizza that's $10? Like, how can Costco afford to do this stuff?
Yeah.
So,
It's
so yeah,
genius. I
if
like
it's a
that.
bachelorette party and maybe you girls are still like 23 and you don't really have that adult income yet,
Yeah.
stock up, get that Costco card.
Ha- Have you been to? I haven't been, but I've heard incredible things. It's the best burrito in town. But you've been to Ritos?
It is the best burrito in town.
Yeah.
Rito's. Oh, no, wait. I take that back. Rita's in Garfield on the east side is it's right across the street from the school. Rito's, there's a few Ritos in the valley, and theirs is what good as well. It's just hard to say that about a burrito. There's
Yeah.
so many places to get a burrito.
Yeah.
The same thing with a taco. And then
Yeah.
and then you gotta does it taste good, or how do you determine what a good burrito is? You gotta like open it up and pick through it, or I don't.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
burritos,
There's a
I have eaten there though, and they got good food.
Yeah. There's
Very
this
good.
one burrito in Sayulita in Mexico where
That's fun.
you cut into it and just the meat. Oh my, that is the best burrito I've ever had in my entire life, and the best everything, to be honest, for Mexican food.
Why are there like award-winning dogs running the street out there? It's just such a gorgeous place. Like the dogs are
Yeah.
gorgeous. Have
Yeah.
you noticed that?
No, I'll take
Just like
a
bum
look next
dogs,
time.
just like homeless dogs.
Yeah.
So my brother had his wedding out there
Mm-hmm.
5 years ago, just passed in January, and
Okay.
I got drunk one night, and I woke up. There's a dog in my room. I gave him shelter for the evening,
I
and
love it.
everybody laughed about it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's perfect. I'll have to write that down. Stuff to do. I mean, if you want to rapid fire off a couple, like, is anything else coming to mind? I've got a handful I could just fire off of favorite places that we don't have to dive into since we're at minute 41.
Yeah. Favorite places? Are we sticking with restaurants? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. So, like, I'm gonna
Um,
say Randizzle's food truck. I love.
Ooh, yes. Uh, how about Uncle Sal's Italian? Right on
Oh,
I was born in Hayden. It's good.
okay, good one.
Yeah.
Lam Wong, downtown Phoenix.
Long Longs. Yeah, but you can find those anywhere. That's a
Oh no,
class.
no, this one's different. Not that one. Lam Wong, and it's a
Oh,
little Thai place downtown on Roosevelt Row.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
A-
I hadn't heard of it.
and what's cool about them is they take you around the entire country. So they'll be like, this dish is from Chiang Mai, this dish is from here, and like they'll tell you.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
cool.
they create a whole story around it.
That's good. That's good. That's a good way to create more of an experience rather than just getting your food and getting your check and going.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer something like that. I'm going these days.
Hmm.
Um, we've already covered little. Oh, I just went to a sushi spot right on Hayden and Via Ventura called Yasuo.
Hmm.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Another favorite, Matt's Big Breakfast for breakfast.
Yes. Downtown.
Yeah,
There's one in the Biltmore too now.
yeah. They also, I've been told that I've been there, but Tacos Chiwas is the best taco in town, arguably.
Is that the one on 10th Street? Or
Yeah,
it's pretty.
yeah, or near the high, like right off the 51 there.
Okay. Yeah. There's a place called Macho Tacos or something. Oh wait, hold on. Taco Boys. The Taco Boys are everywhere.
Yeah.
They do like catering style dishes,
Hmm.
but their tacos crush. They're really good.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like it, and it's also one we forgot. It used to be called Delish, now Delight.
Delight's great. It's a
A
nice little.
breakfast buzz and
Yeah.
a turkey club. Add pepperoncinis. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite meals. Yeah.
Pizza on 40th. There's a drive-through liquor store there, and there's just a little there's like New York style little thing. You walk in, walk out. They make you almost anything, but the pizzas are really good.
Yeah. Also, we can't not mention. You can go to a few places for this, but the Arizona chopped salad from the Gladly or
Ooh,
Citizen Public House.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
forgot all about. Is Citizen still around?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Still
a
there.
very very good
Yeah.
chopped salad.
Yeah, and I like never eat salads. Like I could care less, and their salad is life
No,
changing.
it's bomb. Yeah.
If I'm out of town when I fly back, like if I'm gone for a month or something, like the first meals I need are a chopped salad, maybe the prime rib at some point from Chelsea's, and then like Delish. Those are kind of my first things I go to.
That's what's up. What's
Yeah.
There's a good, very old school steakhouse right on Central. and apparently they had like actual ties to the mob way back when. It's like the original
Really
steakhouse.
interesting. I'll check that out.
You know what I'm
If
talking
you,
about?
no, I've never.
You walk through the kitchen, and
That sounds sweet. Well, you look at that. If you want like a nice, unique place in Phoenix, the Mission, I think is like a nice staple.
100%. The Mission is great.
And they have tableside guacamole, which kind of, it makes it the ambiance a little bit more fun. You pick and choose what you want in it. Food's good.
They have great cocktails too, and they're
Yes.
put up that menu. You can. That's a nice little place to go pregame as well. And they got the AZ88s right there. That's just a whole area is very grown up, very mature. Durant's is the name of the steakhouse.
Oh,
Durant.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That is a popular one.
Yeah, you can go in there and you can do that the tomahawk steak challenge, and then you get your little name on the wall, and it's there forever.
Wow.
Me personally, I don't think I want to gorge myself just to be on the wall of a place that I go once a year.
Yeah. Have you been to the Fry Bread House?
No. Oh, wait. Is that on Indian School?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
I have not been there, but I see their van. Their van's been out there since like 2003.
Yeah, it's like an old place that's like it's supposed to be incredible for I haven't been. I need to go. But I guess this is supposed to be, obviously with like the Native American heritage here in Phoenix, it's supposed to be the best fry bread you'll ever have. And they do it multiple different ways. They do tamales,
I'm
stews.
man, if you want to check it out sometime, let's do that.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, I think, there's like some other places that are kind of well known, but in terms of kind of the more unique places, I nailed most I wanted to cover.
Yeah, dude. And the valley's so big these days. Like, as far as the East Valley goes, like Deep East Mesa, they have some treats. Like Aloha Kitchen, we didn't even talk about. But there's a big Polynesian culture out there. A lot of Asians out there. It's just North Phoenix, Glendale. It's just hard to cover everything, but there's some treats out here.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, it's inspiretravelite.com. We're going to talk with Tao again about best cities in the U.S. at some point, best bars in Scottsdale.
Yeah. No, this was fun. I didn't realize that how carried away we could get with food. It sounds like you know just as much about it as I do. So
yeah,
let's do this again sometime.
We did a 50-minute podcast on restaurants in one city. Look at that.
Yeah, we have some stories about San Diego too. Maybe we can.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, bud.
No worries. Thanks for coming on, Tom. All right.